If you're a fan of the Dallas Mavericks, then you are no stranger to the amount of hate and the lack of love that we receive from the national media. No matter how well we do in the regular season, no matter how far we make it to the playoffs or if we make the finals, no matter what moves we make in free agency, the national media will never waste a moment to slight the Dallas Mavericks and discredit everything that we've worked for. But it seems like that's starting to turn around. The other day, it was announced that the Dallas Mavericks will be playing on Christmas Day, a pretty good honor amongst the league. So we're going to take a look at our past Christmas Day, how well did the team look like, as well as who we're going to be playing this upcoming Christmas, and will we actually have a fighting chance against them? And we also have somewhat of an injury update for Kyrie Irving. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, just want to thank NordVPN for sponsoring this video. How's it going, everybody? Marcel Martin, Mavs Digest. Are you tired of not being able to watch your favorite sports team, or maybe your favorite movie or show based on where you live and your internet restrictions? Well, sounds like you could use a VPN. Unlock the internet today with NordVPN, your ultimate digital shield. With over 5,000 servers in 60 countries, you can access any content from anywhere in the world. NordVPN encrypts your internet traffic, ensuring your data remains private and secure. Whether you're streaming, browsing, or shopping online, NordVPN provides a fast, reliable, and safe connection. Don't let borders limit your internet experience. Take control with NordVPN. Sign up today and enjoy the freedom of the web with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you use the special code of NordVPN/Mavericks, you can get 4 months free. Throw the code up on the screen for you guys. NordVPN.com/Mavericks. Get 4 extra months free. Don't limit yourself to not being able to see everything that you want to see, everything that you want to do. Get a VPN, access all the content that you deserve, and you'll thank me later. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video. But like I said, the Dallas Mavericks and the Dallas Mavericks fan base are no stranger to the amount of hate that we receive from the national media. A few years back when we traded for Kyrie Irving, they graded that a D trade, even over the summer, as we made all the moves and acquisitions that really did help this team become a better team. They still said that your finals odds are the same. We literally got Klay Thompson, and our odds did not change. So the Dallas Mavericks are a team that are going to always be overlooked until you win a championship. And one thing that I've always said, you can't tell people, you got to show people. So until we win a championship, and even after we win a championship, if we're being honest with ourselves, they're going to continue to doubt us. But it does seem like they're starting to put a little bit of respect on our name, as it was announced at the NBA Christmas Day games for 2024-2025 season. Per sources, you got the Spurs at the Knicks, Timberwolves at Mavericks, the 76ers will be playing the Celtics, the Lakers will play the Warriors, and the Nuggets will play the Suns. So for some of you guys, this may not be a big deal, but for someone like me who on Christmas Day, I'd much rather watch my team, the Dallas Mavericks, than, let's say, the Spurs and the Knicks. So yes, you're going to see the Knicks, and they're going to be a great team, sure, and Victor Wembanyama, okay, or the Nuggets and Suns, whatever. I want to see Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, all the rest of those guys on Christmas Day. And what other team would be perfect for us than the Minnesota Timberwolves? Last season, they were ranked the #1 defense in the league, and I'd argue if we had PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford in the beginning of the season, I think the Dallas Mavericks would definitely have that #1 spot for defense. And the Dallas Mavericks, they look completely different now than when we played the Timberwolves last, and so did they. Unfortunately, they don't have Kyle Anderson anymore. Slow-Mo is no longer on that team. He went to the Golden State Warriors, so maybe we got a better shot against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Who knows? But if we just take a look right here, some people aren't happy with their team not making the Christmas game time. Thunder not making the Christmas game slate despite being the #1 seed in the West and having the best NBA offseason and having the MVP runner-up and 2 other budding stars is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure this man is the resounding sentiment of all Thunder fans, that you feel slighted. Your MVP runner-up, your Rookie of the Year runner-up, your #1 seeding team in the West, you couldn't even get a Christmas game. But you know who did? The Dallas Mavericks. I'm just saying, but they're not the only ones that are pretty upset by this. This person right here is saying, well, this may be the worst Christmas Day slate the league has had in quite some time. It just sounds like a bunch of haters. If we go back to what it actually says, I mean, it's not that bad. Spurs and Knicks, cool. If you're not a Spurs or Knicks fan, if your team isn't playing, then yeah, you're probably going to be upset. Spurs and Knicks won't be too bad. You got Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama. You got the entire Knicks squad, which is really all of Villanova playing for New York, so that should be a good one. You got the Timberwolves and the Mavericks. You're going to see young Michael Jordan, as they call him, going up against Luka Doncic, who's more like a LeBron James in the way he plays, and Kyrie Irving. You got Derrick Lively. You got all those guys. That's going to be a good matchup as well. 76ers and Celtics. You got the defending champions, and you got Joel Embiid, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey. Lakers and Warriors is probably the most boring game on this slate. It's the battle of mid, if you ask me. And Nuggets and Suns isn't too bad. So is this the worst Christmas slate? If you count the Lakers and Warriors, that's probably the worst game to watch, but it's LeBron versus Steph. You know what it is, but I'm not too upset by this, that we get to play the Timberwolves. I think that'll be a good matchup for this team. As the roster has changed, our schemes may look different, same with the Timberwolves. It'll be a good test, not really halfway, but before the halfway mark of the season is how well does this team look after we got Najee Marshall, after we got Quentin Grimes, Klay Thompson, they got a good amount of games under their belt played with the team. How well will they look up against a team like the Timberwolves, who was one of the premier teams last season? I mean, they beat the defending champions, the Denver Nuggets, in the playoffs. So yes, with this new roster that's trying to make it back to the finals, a game against the Timberwolves, which should be like any other game, but it's the fact that it's on Christmas, I'm all for it, a little Christmas gift to me. But regardless, it is a good testament for us. Hey, where are we? How does the team look? Do we need to make any trades between Christmas and the trade deadline? Or who needs to stay? Do we do anything? It'll be a good matchup. I'm all for it. But obviously, there's a lot of people who don't feel that way. But how well would we match up against the Timberwolves? Well, let's look back at what Luka did against other teams on Christmas. Well, Luka Doncic drops 50 points and 15 assists, leads Mavs Christmas Day win versus the Suns. So if there's any Timberwolves fans out there thinking that's going to be an easy Christmas win for you, take a look right here. This is what Luka does on Christmas. He hands out gifts to his sons. And I don't think the Timberwolves want to be considered one of Luka Doncic's sons unless you want a 50-point game on your head top with 15 assists. I mean, playing alongside Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson. You got Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes off the bench. You got Dwight Powell down low. I mean, hey, it's possible. It could definitely happen again. But what moves did the Timberwolves make this offseason? Well, let's take a look. We know what we did, but let's see what our opponent did. Did they actually get better? Well, they re-signed Luka Garza. They signed Joe Ingles. I'm sure he's like 35 now, maybe. So sure, you got Joe Ingles. They signed free agent rookie scale contract Terrence Shannon Jr. and Rob Dillingham. They signed a free agent two-way Jesse Edwards. They re-signed a two-way contract in Dayshawn Nix. And they signed a free agent PJ Dozier. So yes, this team is bolstered. They're ready to go. They're going to be a problem for us. Or will they? Because even though they do have Rudy Gobert and they have Karl Anthony Towns, you know what we have? Yes, we've got Derrick Lively. Yes, we have Daniel Gafford. But we also have the Olympian with the record for the highest field goal percentage. And you know who I'm talking about. Dwight Powell. I'm going to throw his stats up on screen. I don't think you understand that we got the real big man stopper in the league, averaging 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1.3 assists. He's a playmaker, 0.3 blocks, 0.4 steals. He's locked down on defense, 0.5 turnovers. He's very protective of the rock, only 1.8 fouls per game. He shoots 67% from the floor, 33% from threes, not afraid to space the floor. He's only about 6'10". Pretty sure he's actually 7 foot. I'm sure that's wrong, but Dwight Powell is the player who's going to just shine in that matchup. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at these numbers right here. If I can find them, here we go. Just as a reminder, players guarded by Dwight Powell in the Olympics. Wembanyama can only put up 7 points. Joel Embiid can only put up 5 points. That's a Rookie of the Year and a former MVP having a hard time against Dwight Powell. A lot of people want him gone. But Dwight Powell's put in work, and he deserves to be on this team. And come Christmas time, I'm sure Dwight Powell will have a couple highlights for us. It'll probably be him getting hurt because it's hitting the head a lot, but I'm sure he'll have a highlight or two. But in all seriousness, it's good to know that the Dallas Mavericks will be playing on Christmas Day up against a very good team in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards has been playing phenomenal in the Olympics. He is due for another step, another leap in his own right as a budding star in the league. I don't think he's there yet. I'm not gonna call him a star just yet, but he is a highly touted player, and he will for sure become a better player next season. So in all intents and purposes, this will be a pretty good matchup. But we also have an injury update on Kyrie Irving. If we just take a quick look right here, last month, July 16th, it was reported that Kyrie Irving underwent hand surgery. It was on his left hand, and it left a lot of people worried of how long it's going to take. Will he be back in time for training camp? Will he miss some time in this upcoming season? Well, we don't have an official report, but we do know that he did have surgery, and that type of surgery could be 6 to 8 weeks. But we do have footage of him hooping with that hand that we're going to show you guys that shows you Kyrie is ready to go. He's using that left hand like he didn't even have surgery. So I'll just play the clip for you guys. Boom, left hand. He's just bringing it down. Not laboring it. You're going to see here, easy. Kyrie Irving. Chop wood, carry water. Look at that. Oop, spin. Cash. Oop, switch to his left. He's using his left. See, look. The surgery worked. That floater is still money. That was the Denver Nuggets floater that won us that game in a clutch moment. Kyrie Irving's ready to go. The team's ready to go. I'm not worried about a thing. Come Christmas time, this team will be a well-oiled machine. Minnesota Timberwolves should beware. But if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, you have nothing to worry about because this team is ready to make it back to the finals where we will fight against anybody to bring back that trophy. But let me know down in the comment section, who are you most excited to see this upcoming season? I'm very excited to see Najee Marshall. I think he's going to surprise a lot of you guys, but who are you most excited to see in this upcoming season? I like to hear it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far to this video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing another giveaway, as well as if you are part of our second tier or higher, you are entered into our NBA Fantasy League that we will be doing for this upcoming season. But till next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.